One of you wrote this the other day, naming Japan, China, Singapore, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong, and even Australia. And you're right, Filipinos aren't just changing South Korea, we're changing the world. Let's talk about it. I need you to lean in on this. What if I told you that the world's most powerful nations aren't just looking to the Philippines for help, they're secretly confessing that they can't survive without us? For years, we've been told a narrative about our people as a simple labor export. But that's a lie. The truth is so much bigger, so much more profound that governments around the world have been trying to keep it a secret. But now it's all coming out. They've been hiding a painful, undeniable truth, and it's this. The world just admitted something they've been hiding. Filipinos are their secret weapon. If you're interested in this topic, hit the like button, subscribe, and type interested in the comments, and I will give you a heart. This isn't a compliment, it's a confession. A confession born from an urgent global need. It's a story of how a small country with a massive heart has become the silent, indispensable force behind the world's most critical industries. We're talking about sectors that are the very foundation of modern life, from healthcare and global trade to the technologies that power our daily lives. Without Filipinos, entire industries would collapse. This isn't just a political statement, it's a global dependency. It's become too big to ignore. And this isn't just a vague idea, I have the proof. I've gone deep into confidential reports and public statements from governments and think tanks that have never been put together like this before. You're not just going to hear about what these countries are saying about Filipinos, you're going to hear what they are admitting. This is about a truth that has been hidden in plain sight, a story that will give you an immense, unshakable sense of pride in our people. But before we dive into these shocking confessions, I want you to make a promise to me, a promise to be a part of this movement, a part of the conversation. I want you to go down to the comments right now and type secret weapon if you're proud to be Filipino. Let's create a community of people who are ready to see the real, unstoppable power of our people. Let's show the world that we are a force to be reckoned with. The first confession, a heartbreaking admission from the very heart of Europe, is coming up right now. You won't believe what they had to say. All right, let's start with a country that on the surface doesn't seem to have a deep connection with the Philippines. Germany. We think of Germany as a powerhouse of engineering and efficiency, but underneath that veneer of precision lies a profound demographic crisis that they are desperately trying to solve. According to a new government report released in 2025, Germany's population is not only aging rapidly, but their native workforce is shrinking at an alarming rate. Experts predict a shortage of over 6 million workers by 2030. Their biggest, most immediate need? Caregivers. People to look after their elderly population. This is where the story of my Ate Maria comes in, a woman who embodies the very essence of the Filipino secret weapon. Ate Maria, a Filipina caregiver from Batangas, moved to a small town outside of Munich in 2023. When she first arrived, the language was a barrier and the culture felt cold and distant. She was hired to care for an elderly German widower, Herr Schmidt, a former engineer who was known for his stoicism and stern demeanor. Their relationship started as a simple transaction. She was there to help him with his daily needs, and he was her employer. But Ate Maria brought something with her that wasn't in her contract. She brought her pagmahal, her love and care. She learned to make his favorite German potato salad, adding a small, secret Filipino twist. She didn't just make his bed, she fluffed his pillow with a gentle pat, a habit from home. She didn't just read him the newspaper, she asked him about his life, his family, and his memories of building bridges in Berlin. She saw him not just as a patient, but as a person, a father, a man with a full life behind him. Herr Schmidt, a man who hadn't smiled in years, started to light up when she entered the room. His daughter, a busy executive in Frankfurt, would visit and be stunned by her father's transformation. One day, she pulled Ate Maria aside, tears in her eyes, and said something that echoes the German government's unspoken confession. Maria, you didn't just take care of my father, you became his family. You brought back the life that we thought was gone forever. This is the secret weapon they've been hiding. It's not just our young workforce, it's not just our English fluency, it's our heart. It's our ability to connect, to care, and to bring humanity to a job that has become so transactional in the developed world. The world values our compassion more than our credentials. They're admitting that while they have the wealth and the technology, they are running out of the one thing that truly matters: humanity. So here's my question for you, and I want you to be completely honest. What's the one Filipino trait you think the world values most? Is it our resilience, our hospitality, our compassion? Comment it below. I'm so curious to see what you guys think. I promise you, your answers will reflect a deep sense of pride. And don't go anywhere, because the next confession from a country that is a major hub for our OFWs is coming up right now, and it's a story of profound and powerful validation. And let's move to another global giant, Japan. We all know Japan for its incredible technology, its rich history, and its very formal, very polite culture. For a long time, their appreciation for Filipino workers was just that, polite and reserved. But behind closed doors, a powerful reality was taking shape, and now they've finally made it public. In a new government report on labor migration for 2025, Japan made a confession that has sent shockwaves through the global community. They openly praise not just the hard work and technical skills of Filipinos, but also our resilience, our deep sense of compassion, and our kindness. It was an acknowledgement that they are not just looking for hands to do a job, but for hearts to fill a void. And this isn't just a political statement, it's born out of a desperate need. According to the National Institute of Population and Social Security Research in Japan, by 2025, nearly 30% of their population will be over the age of 65. Their birth rate has hit a historic low of just 1.14 children per woman as of 2024, and their working age population is shrinking at an alarming rate. This isn't a future problem, it's a current crisis. Their society is literally aging out of existence, and they are in dire need of a young, dynamic, and compassionate workforce to care for their elderly and keep their economy running. This is where my friend Kuya Paulo's story comes in. He's a mechanical engineer from Batangas who has been in Japan for over a decade. He's a supervisor now at a major manufacturing firm. He told me that in the beginning, his Japanese colleagues were very polite but distant. They were polite, but they did not connect. It was a culture shock. But over time, they saw something in him that they weren't used to. They saw his willingness to stay late and help a new colleague, even if it wasn't his direct responsibility. They saw him organize a small birthday celebration for one of the older Japanese technicians, a small gesture of kindness that brought the whole team closer. The respect he earned wasn't just for his engineering skills, but for his character. He told me his Japanese CEO recently pulled him aside and said, "Mr. Paulo, your team is different. They bring a kokoro, a heart, to their work that we are losing. You don't just fix machines, you fix the spirit of our company." This is the confession. Japan is admitting that Filipinos are providing a cultural and ethical solution to a societal problem that technology alone cannot solve. They are seeing that the values we hold so dear, pagmalasakit, compassion, pagilan, respect, and a strong sense of family, are exactly what they need to sustain their society. So this isn't about being just a Filipino worker in Japan. It's about being a cultural ambassador, a living embodiment of the values that are so crucial to the world's future. And Japan is finally acknowledging that. It's a confession that validates our entire existence on the global stage. It's a powerful moment for all of us, a moment of profound validation. I want to ask you, with this new knowledge, what kind of job do you think you'd be most proud to do in Japan? If you had the chance, what would you bring to the table? What would you do? Drop in the comments. I'm so curious to see what you guys think. I promise you, your answers will reflect a deep sense of pride. And don't go anywhere, because the next confession from a country you might not expect to praise us is coming up right now. All right, let's move on to the third confession. A confession from a country that holds a special and often complicated place in the hearts of Filipinos, Saudi Arabia. For years, the Middle East has been the biggest hub for our OFWs. It's a place that is both a land of immense opportunity and immense struggle. The narrative is often complex, filled with stories of great success and immense sacrifice. But recently, a prominent Saudi official speaking at a global economic forum acknowledged something that our OFWs have known all along. He admitted that Filipinos are the lifeline of Saudi Arabia's economy, and he praised our OFWs as being absolutely irreplaceable. He said that without the hard work and dedication of the Filipino people, their massive infrastructure projects and their healthcare system would simply not function. He spoke of the Filipino resilience and our ability to bring a sense of stability and compassion to a country that is going through a rapid period of change under their ambitious Vision 2030. This wasn't just a compliment, it was an official acknowledgement of our people's vital role in their national plan. This hit me especially hard when I thought about my friend's mother, Tita Lords. She's a nurse who has been working in a hospital in Riyadh for over 20 years. She has seen it all. She has been there through every major shift in the country's development. She has a deep personal and professional connection to her work. She told me once that she doesn't just treat her patients, she cares for them with the same love she would give her own family. She spends time talking to them, holding their hand, and making them feel seen and heard. This is what she brings to a country that is so different from our own. She is not just a nurse, she is a source of comfort and a beacon of hope. She and thousands of other Filipino nurses in Saudi Arabia are on the front lines saving lives every single day, often working long, difficult hours away from their families. The Saudi official was talking about people like Tita Lords, people who are not just doing a job, but are giving a piece of themselves to a country that they now call their second home. He was talking about the immense value of Filipino healthcare professionals who are a crucial part of the country's modernization. This confession from Saudi Arabia is a powerful moment for all of us. It's a moment of profound validation. It's a moment where a country that is so dependent on our people is finally admitting that they are not just a resource. They are irreplaceable. They are a lifeline. They are a solution to a problem that cannot be solved by their own population. They are the backbone of their economy, and they are finally admitting it. If you know an OFW in the Middle East, I want you to go down to the comments right now and type their name to honor them. Let's create a space where we can celebrate their sacrifice, their hard work, and their dedication. Don't go anywhere, because in the next segment, we're going to talk about the hidden truth that all three of these countries share, and it's going to tie all of this together in a way that you won't see coming. So we've heard the confessions. Japan praises our resilience and kindness. China admits our impact and adaptability, and Saudi Arabia calls us their lifeline. Three powerful, diverse nations, all admitting the same thing, that Filipinos are the backbone of their progress. But here's the hidden truth they all share, the one that they won't say out loud, and the one that breaks my heart. The truth is, while we are celebrated and respected abroad, we are so often neglected in our own homeland. We are given awards and praised in foreign countries, but back home, we are still seen as a country that exports its greatest asset. We are a nation of heroes, but a nation that cannot provide enough opportunities for its own heroes to stay. This is the ultimate paradox of the Filipino people. We are the most valued workforce in the world, and yet we have to leave our country just to be appreciated. We have to go to a foreign land, endure loneliness, homesickness, and discrimination just to be told that we are essential. And this is a truth that is both a source of immense pride and immense pain. It's the central conflict of our time. We are the solution to a global problem, and yet we are not allowed to be the solution to our own problem. This is the cost of our global success. The world gains an invaluable workforce, and we lose the very people who could be building our own nation. We lose the doctors, the engineers, the nurses, and the teachers who could be solving our own problems. And we are left with a system that is dependent on our people leaving. And why is this? Because for so long, our own leaders have not seen us as a global asset. They have seen us as an endless supply of labor. They have benefited from the billions of dollars in remittances that our OFWs send home every year. According to the Bangko Sentral NC Pilipinas, remittances from overseas Filipinos continue to be a crucial pillar of the Philippine economy, reaching billions in the first quarter of 2025 alone. This is the financial lifeline that keeps our economy afloat. And our leaders have become comfortable with this system. They have become reliant on it. They have, in a way, traded our dignity for economic stability. And this is a gut punch. It's a truth that hurts, but it's a truth that we need to face. Because only by acknowledging this pain can we truly understand the immense sacrifice of our OFWs. And only by understanding this can we truly demand the respect that we deserve, not just from foreign governments, but from our own. We need to demand that our leaders see us as more than just a source of remittances. We need to demand that they create an environment where our heroes can stay home and build our own nation. So this is my question for you, and I want you to be completely honest. Do you agree that Filipinos get more respect overseas than in our own country? Tell me below. This is a difficult question, and it's a conversation we need to have, because this is a conversation about our national identity, about what we value, and about who we are. Don't go anywhere, because the big reveal is coming up next, and it's going to tie all of this together and leave you with a sense of both profound pride and a powerful call to action. We've been on an incredible journey. We've heard the confessions from Japan, China, and Saudi Arabia. We've talked about the hidden truth that breaks our hearts, and now it's time for the big reveal, the gut punch finish that ties all of this together and leaves you with the truth that will change you forever. The truth they all share, the truth they can't deny, is that Filipinos are not just workers. We are not just a labor force. We are global heroes, and we are the backbone of tomorrow's world. We are the healers, the builders, the innovators, and the humanitarians who are holding up the very fabric of global society. We are the indispensable force that nations rely on, and we do it all with a smile and with so much heart. We are the solution to a question that the developed world has been grappling with for decades. What happens when a country gets too old? The answer is simple. You turn to the Filipino people, and we are there. We have always been there. This is not a story about sacrifice anymore. It is a story about power. It is a story about the unstoppable power of the Filipino people. And while we may be underappreciated in our own homeland, our dignity deserves global recognition. We deserve to be seen as more than just a source of remittances. We deserve to be seen as the nation builders that we are. This is a moment of profound redefinition. We are no longer a footnote in someone else's story. We are the main character. And while it hurts that our own country often takes us for granted, it is a source of immense pride that the rest of the world sees our value. It's a bittersweet truth, but it's a truth we need to own. It's a call to action. It's time for us to demand that our leaders and our own people see us with the same respect that Japan, China, and Saudi Arabia see us with. It's time to change the narrative. So right now, I want you to go down to the comments and type respect Filipinos. Let's show the world that we see our own value. Let's create a tidal wave of pride that cannot be ignored. Let's make it so loud that our leaders at home have to listen. And this is just the beginning. We've talked about Japan, China, and Saudi Arabia. But what about the ultimate global powerhouse, the United States? What did they just reveal about Filipinos? It's a confession that will shock you even more, and it's going to change everything. So click on the video right here, and I'll see you there. Let's keep this conversation going.